Hey gang, it is time for the weekend edition of the video of the day. We haven't done video of the days very frequently, but I'm going to try and get back into doing that here a little bit. It has been it's been a great week. It really has. I spent most of the week with my girlfriend, and it was very enjoyable. Just being there and kind of helping out and doing things and whatnot for her. That has made my life just a little bit better. Now I had to fit that to the screen. I could have went like this, but then it wouldn't have made any sense because you couldn't have seen how. Well, I guess you could with the shadow back there on the wall. If you look at the shadow, see the shadow back there on the wall. Anyway. Got hired here. Wasn't this last Monday? It was the Monday before. Hit my new job, and I work for a plastic recycler, and I managed one day while I was tightening up the blades in the grinder to take a nice little slice out of my nose. Now, you probably can't see it from where you're at. Maybe you can. I don't know. I can't really tell because I'm looking at myself on the screen here, and I can't tell or not. I mean, I can tell because I know what I'm looking for and I know right where to look. But let's see if I can get a close up here. I had put it on my Facebook page, and what I had done was I was torquing down the bolt, and the way it's set up, the rotating blades have to be on in order to put the bed blades in, because you have to have a 12 thousandths of a degree gap between the blades. So you have to be able to have the blades in there and spin it and check the gap. Well, in order to do it, the rotating blades have to be like right here. Let me back up the camera. The rotating blades have to be like right here, facing up, because that's where the blades are put in. And the bed blades on the bottom are like. Hold on, let me back it up further. Let me back it up further here. Hold on. The blades here, the rotating blades, and then the other blades are back under here. You know, at the end of my finger over here. So you've got to be able to get your socket in there to get onto the bolt to tighten up the bed blades, but they have to be torqued to 230 foot-pounds. So I'm down there and I'm just torquing away on the wrench. Well, the socket slipped off the bolt, and I went face first into the blade. The owner said that because he's got cameras on all the grinders, and I guess after I'd gone to the clinic, he watched it on the camera. And he said it looked like I hit a spring because I went down, I came right back up. He said only when you came up, your hand was over your face. And I had hollered for the supervisor, Keith, and I didn't know where he was. He was way in the back, I guess. But Ray, my buddy, heard it, and I guess he went back and got Keith. But in the meantime, I was headed to the first aid room. My other buddy, Jimmy, was up on his grinder, and he saw it. And I can't remember exactly what he said he did, but he went to try and find Keith. And one of the other guys that works there, his name is Chris. I'm walking out. I'm like this, right? And my eyes have got to be bigger than Buick hubcaps, you know, because I know I'm just bleeding like a sieve. And I got my hand up here like this. And he looks at me and says, "Are you okay?" "No, I'm not okay. Get Keith." Then went into the first aid room. Well, of course, I got the gauze out, put the gauze over it, and tried to slow down the bleeding as much as I could. And Keith came in and said, "How bad is it?" I said, "I don't know. It's on my nose. I can't see it." And he said, "Well, let me see." And I pulled the gauze off, and he said, "Yeah, you're going to have to go to the clinic." Well, I found out afterwards. He said when I pulled the gauze off, he could actually see the skin just kind of pull back when I pulled the gauze off. "Nope, you're going to have to go to the clinic." So he grabbed the box of gauze, and we headed up to the front, and they took me to the clinic, and I had 5 stitches. And The doctor was really cool. He was Polish, but he was really cool. He had to, and I guess it has something to do with your body's metabolism and the area of the body and how you are as to how the medicine works. You know, when they numb the one area, because I know when I had my surgery, they numbed the area, and it worked real well. I mean, he said, you know, you should be able to feel me touching you, but you shouldn't feel any pain, and it did, you know. But this time, he numbed it. He shot it down here in the end of my nose. He shot another one up here. I think he shot another one on the other side. But he shot it and waited for a little bit, came back, nothing. He went to try and sew and poked it. It's like, ah. So he went ahead and he numbed it a second time. Still nothing. He numbed it a third time, and I could still feel him poking, but it wasn't as painful, I guess, as the last time. So, but he got 5 stitches in, and then I went to have him out this last week, and the doctor was doing it, and 3 of the 5 stitches, the bottom one, the middle one, and the top one, actually had the skin grow over the stitch. So she had to pull them back out with the tweezers and snip them. Well, that wasn't bad. She kept apologizing. I'm sorry, I know it hurts. I'm like, don't sweat, you know, just get them out. And it actually came out a lot better if you go back to my Facebook page and you look, for those of you who are on my Facebook, and you look, when I had the stitches in, you could literally see where the line was. Now I've got them out, you can't really tell. My girlfriend had mentioned something, it's like $20 a tube. Holy cow. And you put it on, it makes the scar fade. But the doctor told me that vitamin E lotion will do the same thing. Well, then I found out a friend of mine said that the doctor told her the same thing, that it would fade if you just put vitamin E lotion. She said, this is my face, because she had a scar on her face. And she said, this is my face, I'm using this other stuff. So she paid the money, and it worked. So anyway, that's been the biggest thing that happened in my life. In the last week, the biggest piece of news. You know, it's not the biggest thing that's happened in my life by any means, but that's been the biggest piece of news. We've been going pretty good down there. But anyway, now we're going to do something today that I haven't done in a while. Joke of the day. Now, for those of you who have Jason on your Facebook page, you probably have already heard these. But here's the joke of the day. What is hard and hairy on the outside, soft and wet on the inside? Starts with a C, ends with a T, has a U and an N in the middle. Can you tell me? It's a coconut. What were you thinking? I know what you were thinking. You got a dirty mind. Why do blondes have so much trouble in the bathroom? Because they're not used to pulling down their own pants. That's my favorite. Anyway. That's hilarious. It's like, what's the other one? How'd it go? What do blondes and railroad tracks have in common? They've been laid all over America. Thank you to Jason for those. he usually spits one a day out, and sometimes I remember them, sometimes I don't. But sometimes, it's like why are men like carpet? Lay them once and you can walk all over them. It's like, Greg, shut up! You gotta save some of these. All right, gang. Well, I've babbled on now for almost 10 minutes, so I'm going to shut up now. I'm going to put this video together, and I'm going to post it here later this morning. It's Saturday. It's almost 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm probably going to post it actually later this afternoon when I go to the library. I got some things I need to do this morning. Get them taken care of, and then I'm going to the library, and I'll get onto YouTube, and I will post this. And by the time you guys all hear this, I'll have already done it. So why am I telling you? I have no idea. Anyway, Y'all have a great weekend, and we'll see if we can get some of these done for next week. Till then, see ya.
You're still here? It's over. Go home.